At the moment, we have all our code organized into a big object, right? So we've only got one global variable app. That's nice. Everything isn't just floating in space. Everything's part of that object. Now, JavaScript is an object-oriented programming language. It is not a classical object-oriented programming language. And by that, I don't mean classical like do 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 do. I mean classical as in having to do with classes. It does not use class-based inheritance. It uses prototypal inheritance. And we're not going to get into what exactly that means. Suffice to say, it doesn't have classes as you know them from Java and C++ and stuff. It's the way inheritance works. We're not really going to encounter the differences, but you should know that it's not quite the same thing. But ES6, aka ECMAScript 2015, did introduce class syntax, which is a nice way to organize our code still. Still has inheritance, it's just not the inheritance we know. And I'd kind of like to organize this into a class, in part because we're going to use classes in React, and also because it just seems nicer. So let's do it. Let's reorganize this as a class. Don't worry, it's not that bad. So instead of const app equal, curly brace, I'm just going to say class, capital A app, no equal sign. We capitalize our class names, not unlike other languages. Now the squigglies appear right away. So the methods we don't do as properties with colons and stuff. To make a method, get rid of the colon, get rid of the word function, just like that. Don't need the comma. In fact, the comma is bad. So let's do this to all of them. Get rid of the colon, get rid of the word function, get rid of the comma. Get rid of the colon, get rid of the word function, get rid of the comma. Way down here. Get rid of the colon, get rid of function, get rid of the comma. Everybody, get rid of the colon, get rid of function, get rid of the comma. We can do it. Get rid of the colon, get rid of function, get rid of the comma. I can't hear you. Get rid of the colon, get rid of the function, get rid of the comma. Get rid of colon. One more time. Get rid of the function, get rid of comma. We got it. Woo! Behold, you now have a class. Now, instead of a variable called app, though, on which we need to call a init, what's the idea with init? The idea is I want it to run immediately, right? So we have a class, so we need an instance of the class. So let's do that at the bottom. So I'll say new app parentheses. And yeah, what was that word again? Constructor. So this is our constructor. Let's just rename it constructor. Yep, you don't give it the same name as the class. You just name it constructor. And it happens. So now at the bottom, we're just instantiating it. Now, we couldn't play with it in the console if we did this, right? Because we wouldn't have that app variable anymore. So if you still want that, which is nice for troubleshooting, we could say const app equals new app or something. So now we have an instance that we can call those on. But new app will run that constructor, which sets up the event listener, which is all we really need to do. And it works as well as it ever did, which is very well indeed. And now we're using a class. Use ES6 class syntax. Questions about that?